is looking spicy.
Made it all the way to this fourth game in the series based off of how Navi's playing, and now it seems like the scales are much more even. So this time around, it does seem like Navi might be able to pull off this upset.
Yeah, I agree with that assessment of our assessment.
I assessed his assessment.
Laner and the mid game against the Beastmaster, against the Nature's Prophet. It's a very cool hero to have, you know.
It is going to be one of those heroes that will down the line, if the Spectre does have a good game, you know, this Spectre in the fights combined with heroes like the Warlock, that Fatal Bonds, it's not going to be fun for VP to fight into that lineup.
Definitely not, and Spectre should have a good time. Every single time I see Spectre plus Warlock combined, like Spectre's just not Spectre's not contested.
Yeah, like how'd you pressure that lane? You just don't, do you?
You don't.
Yeah.
I don't have the answer, OD. Sorry.
Yeah. That's they're pretty much the dream partner for a Spectre when it comes to the lane, and that's sort of a duo that's just been strong across the ages of Dota and the various patches through the years. We'll see how things start here up top.
Seconds to battle.
Merchant playing with iLTW and Solo right back up to the tower. See how long he wants to would stick up here. I mean, they do have the Prophet down bottom, so definitely room for Immersion to leave that lane and make moves around the map, and something they've got to be very wary of. This level 25 Ember Spirit was
put on the mid lane, but just by, you know, harassment methods, Beastmaster should have an upper hand.
okay.
Like, this boar could stay away further from the cleave that he gets from the tree throw, and he's gonna get harassed every single time he gets close. Boar plus a right click.
And we'll see how this top lane plays. I mean, Miss Shaw, as we said, the sustain will be there from Ilias to keep Crystallized safe, but as we can see, Solo with this level 1 heal, allowing iLTW to continue to farm under the early bit of pressure from that level 1 Fatal Bonds of Ilias.
This is what I like to see from Warlocks. Like, you place some Fatal Bonds on the 2 heroes and the creeps, and you just keep hitting them. It's that strong. Now he's gonna do it again. You're just securing Spectre's last hit. So far, Spectre, not as I expected, 3-1.
And then down on the bottom half, Immersion doing his best to try and push Rezo and Zayats away from his Young G Prophet, playing on the side lane this time around, Young G. And this lane here, I mean, Benno as a whole through the meta, definitely one of the more infuriating heroes to lane against. We're not going to see Zayats get gone upon. Rezo starting to lay down the wards.
You receive no gold.
How's mid lane doing? Both of the heroes are farming. 12-0 against 11-1. So Pasha says, I don't care about the denies. I want to just get as much creeps as possible. One thing I always say when you're playing Warlock, pay attention. If you put more than 2 points in your healing, you're not playing the hero correctly. Other spells, like, you want to have them as soon as possible.
Sure. And then would you want to build them up sort of evenly? Do you like the 2-2-2?
They don't have the good heroes to stop the upheaval.
Yeah.
Like, the coconut bounce might be a thing. Like, Tiny does not want to use the combo, and he has like 1, 2, 3 good frontliners. Like Beastmaster, Earth Spirit is going to be creating a lot of chaos. So like 2-2-2-1 build at level 7 should do the work.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you have like all the spells. Like, you don't necessarily need to max out Fatal Bonds, but you know, Upheaval, I've seen this spell just winning team fights where they have no vision of you and they have nothing to stun you with.
Yeah, you can be very sneaky with the way that you get in with it from sort of the side of the trees and stuff.
I love the way Solo is building. He knows that he's playing against the Fatal Bond, so he gets 1 point in Voodoo Restoration, does not go for Maledict early on. Resolution almost died. So far, in all 3 games that we had, he died for the first blood.
It's got those stick charges, we'll be fine. But yeah, you're right, you know, you don't want to do it 4 times, you know, in a best of 3. Resolution, so eyes on him, making sure that he's not the poor fellow to go down first again. Now Zhongji, quick trip back to base to get himself into better fighting shape. Has been an aggressive roll in there from Immersion. He's going to try and go on to Resolution. And here's the TP in from Youngji. The sleeps from Zayats with that stomp. Will keep Rezo safe for now. Stops Youngji from being able to finish it off.
It's pretty late in the CIS region. So Elder Titan says good night.
Oh,
it's only level 1.
And over in the mid lane, Ilias able to come over just in time to keep Pasha safe. Offering up the Shadow Word and the Salve. Keeps him safe, and Immersion heads over. Just able to take the 4-minute power room for himself. Picks up that Invis. Could allow him to set up for a kill down bottom. Same time top, the cast bounces and the Maledict. It's on to Crystallize.
It's only level 1.
Yeah, and they've got the Shadow Word.
Yeah, so there's no way he's gonna die. A couple of sticks. Fairy Fire plus the healing from Warlock should be enough to keep him on bottom lane. Rezo does it again.
The only player to have given up 4 first bloods in a best of 3. It will never ever be done again, Lacoste.
Probably not. Young G, can he TP out? Zayat? Oh, like right now, you should buy a Quelling Blade. Every single hero should have Quelling Blade when you play against the Nature's Prophet. Or just get Iron Talon as a neutral item.
Yeah, just pray to Gabe and hope you get lucky with the RNG. So far, overall on the CS, it really is that top lane, the Spectre, that struggled the most. I mean, we talked about, you know, the Spectre Warlock lane being strong, but it really has been, as you mentioned, just the way that Solo's kept that lane safe with the Voodoo early on. Bottom lane, diving onto Young G, movement starting to be made by no one. VP starting to step things up.
Now, usually Tiny does not rotate unless he's like fighting for the bounty runes or getting a good rune, something like Arcane, Invis, or Haste. If he gets Illusion rune, he says like, dude, why am I cursed? Like, this is the worst rune you can get, unless you're playing something against something like a Queen of Pain, something you can dispel, since new Illusion rune does that.
Mid Pasha. Gonna look towards no one. Does have Ilias around as well, but no further damage. Solo in with the heals. They will turn their attention over towards the Witch Doctor as the army pushes in with these summons from Pasha. Still not enough to control Solo.
Dire's middle tower is under
Get away, VP. They will start to lose this tier 1 tower. The push from Na'Vi coming in. Zayat looking for the setup. It's the sleep onto the Warlock. Time is bought for no one to head down. Grab himself that Arcane rune. And bottom lane, another bit of an attempt onto Rezo. He gets caught out by the stun. Sprouts out straight away. The treants are summoned. Zayat heads over, and they won't quite be able to finish Rezo off. He's okay.
Has the flask to work with, going for Veil as the first item on top of Bracer. He's also holding on to that Quelling Blade against the Nature's Prophet. I haven't seen Venomancers just buying Quelling Blade when they're not playing against NP.
2-1 at the moment for VP. This top lane, iLTW. Phase boot's nearly complete. This bottom, Immersion still trying to do his best to keep Young G safe down here. VP, they're hungry for more action. No one charging forward. They're ready to dive this tier 1 tower. Immersion in with a good silence to put a stop to the stomp. TPs will be coming in from Na'Vi as Ilias comes across. They get the pick off first on to Zayas. Now rolling forward. Immersion's going to try and control no one. The tree comes out though, takes down the Earth Spirit. No one able to get the kill on Immersion on the way out. Roar from Pasha locks down Resolution. They're blocking him off as well with the treants. Na'Vi able to respond to VP trying to push past that tier 1 tower. If they hold on to it and kill off to a VP in return.
And now Spectre is going to get level 6 on the top lane. She's getting some solo experience. The global presence will be there. You have Nature's Prophet, you have like Beastmaster initiating with a Roar, or Roll Spirit just rolling in. And it's also very important that Earth Spirit is very active early on to get the levels. He's almost level 5. No one. That's going to be a kill.
Yeah, his patience down here pays off. Not able to find anything too much other than the Immersion kill to start things off, but hatching out Pasha as Pasha sticks around after the rest of the team in Na'Vi start to pull away from that tower. And no one very hungry for this action. 2-0-1 right now. Moving over towards mid, he's ready to keep this fire going. Immersion seems to be aware, not stepping up to try and pull these creeps round. Won't be caught by the initiation of no one. 3 members of VP actually watching around this area. They are aware, as you said, that global potential from Na'Vi. Na'Vi ready to hunt, ready to try and enable this Spectre with the first use of the Horn.
Pasha has another roar ready. He was smoked, but the smoke was actually broken by Venomancer. Smoke on smoke action. They want to get the Spectre. Oh, don't go there, Crystallize.
Staying close to his tower right now. Now going up pretty far. They're going to see him as well.
Oh, you bait
They've got to go straight for this. They see Crystallize very far out now.
I mean, everyone would do it. You see someone taking the stack, you want that XP, got some last hits if possible. But that's the smart play. Don't pop your magic wand, don't use your fairy fire, just save it for later, because right now you're just straight up dead.
Yeah, no escape at all there.
And there wasn't a good target to go for. Like, 2 of the heroes were near tier 1 tower, ready to, you know, if he uses a Haunt defensively.
VP at the moment just using the power of this mid-tiny perfectly. Getting no one. Every single kill that he's hunted for, he was persistent down bottom, was able to get Pasha, comes up to top, gets Crystallized. In the river, Zayats will be found. Big Nature's Wrath coming bouncing through. Solar's going to try and help out, but the silence from Immersion stops anything from coming out in response. Even thinking about maybe diving further. A TP comes across from the 2 of them, though. Na'Vi's got to back away. Immersion's not going to get the chance to do so there as he gets caught out by the chains underneath the tower. Can they chase for anything more? VP doesn't look to be the case as Na'Vi already back behind their tier 1 bottom.
The only damage Virtus Pro has for towers is Venomancer. I mean, they buffed Tiny's 3-throw, but I don't think that's enough. Venomancer should do the trick. I'm wondering if Na'Vi just wants to defend the bottom tower, because they could easily make a switch with just TP rotation from Nature's Prophet. It looks like they're pushing top, but Haunt plus a TP rotation, they can outnumber them on the bottom easily. If he gets the roar off, there's gonna be Haunt.
Yeah, iLTW very much aware of that as well. Jumping out as soon as Pasha gets anywhere near. Doesn't want to be the target there of that combo. Especially whilst he's out here alone. No defensive remnant out at the moment either, so he needs to be a little careful. Pasha trying to get close enough, starting to harass iLTW down a bit with the boars. Again, it's a short remnant jump. It's enough to get out of reach of the roar, though. As Pasha really trying his best to find it there, but iLTW just playing smart enough to avoid it.
Spectre really struggling this game. 3.5k net worth. Like Venomancer has 1.5k more than her, so that's kind of a big deal. Double damage.
They're gonna go for the roar onto Zayats. They go for the easy pick. Try and get something for Crystallize to be involved in. Not a big one though, and if anything, I think VP's core is just gonna sort of sigh a sigh of relief seeing that roar being used on the mid lane. As all 3 of VP stabbing at a pretty uninterrupted time right now across the board. iLTW, no one in resolution, all around that 5k net worth. These 3 cores in a solid position. Na'Vi really needing to find something for Crystallize. They've got to set up a core kill for him, otherwise he's going to just really struggle to catch up.
Tiny's having a really good time. He's on top of net worth, just picked up a Blink Dagger. That means smoke time. We want to grab some kills.
And now they go, charging straight into the triangle of Na'Vi. They'll find themselves Pasha. There's the combo from no one. Just doesn't stop here. They are going to TP over Na'Vi. They're going to look for no one in response. They missed the initial roll in, but with the upheaval slowed down, not much they can do to break it here. VP as no one surrounded by Na'Vi to finally put an end to the Tiny, but Rezo comes in with a poison over from the side. The golem's going to be dropped by Ilias. Solo reaches round with the Death Ward. In fact, it's doing the damage. Crystallize the Death Ward and the Maledict upon him. It's going to pop him. The Spectre goes down. VP trying to chase him for more. iLTW jumps in with the slight chains, grabbing Young G. VP. VP, they'll surely find the Prophet as well as 3 go down. Zayat's still alive. Ilias trying to chase him with that Golem, but the cast bounces will hold the Golem back.
Beastmaster coming from the side. They don't have the vision. It's actually Virtus Pro's ward on the high ground. He's gonna get rid of that first.
10-7 VP coming out on top of these skirmishes. iLTW, his mana has been pretty completely drained, and Pasha's going to kill him because of it. iLTW just not able to jump his way back out of there. Now in the river, Crystallize, he's going to go for solo, but Crystallize, he was Maledict. It's a full tiny combo. He's dead again.
Oh man, Crystallize died 2 times in a row. That's gonna set him back so much. 4 tips. You know you did something wrong when that happens. Whew. They have a pretty sick combo. Warlock plus his Fatal Bonds plus Magnetize. It's a ton of damage. You just need, you know, someone to be in the front line so that the Magnetize actually keeps hitting the people.
Dire's
Keep that
top
Earth Spirit
tower is
alive.
under attack.
Crystallize, he's really falling behind now. 2k behind every single other core in the game. It's been a very rough start for him. In a game where it seemed like they would have the lane set up, but as we said, that Spectre Warlock combo just didn't work out too hot this game. It wasn't enough to keep him safe, and they just couldn't find in the farm to start things off against that Ember Witch Doctor lane of VP. Over towards the mid lane. Na'Vi are around this tier 1. Do want to try and hold this. They've got the roar back up.
Radiant's middle
This
tower
tower's
is under
falling, and
attack.
Na'Vi, they're a little scared of trying to hold on to this. In fact, they're just going to look for the free pick on solo. They'll turn over towards him. There's going to be backup, though. iLTW comes in with a slide combo, looks towards Pasha. There's jumping from no one. Bursting blow with the combo.
He has a roar off.
With the roar, but it doesn't matter. Pasha's already dead. The Magnetize disconnect onto the 4 of them, but there isn't any follow-up initially. So VP, they don't care. They'll continue to push on. See if they can get any further catch. Crystallize. He's in there.
Oh, he got the backstop from the low ground.
Oh, that's nice. Catching him from the high ground. Not enough damage straight away, though. Crystallize will live. iLTW was going to... Oh, if he can find the slight change.
I'll
Quite get it.
I believe Ilias is dead, but they're looking for Spectre. They're searching where he could go with that Quelling Blade. Young G.
Oh, Ilias, he's trying to get the ult out, and he does. He's able to land it. It is onto no one. No one did dive in for this, and no one's going to die for that. But Ilias more than happy to lose his life there, setting up for the kill on no one in return.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
No one died. Like 2nd time in a row after overextending a bit, but the problem is for Na'Vi that Spectre's not getting any farm. They're either killing her or shutting her down. Like, she's very low HP, needs to go back to the base. Like, this is the game, one of the games where I've seen Spectre almost never being so under-farmed. Like, her next item is not gonna be there for like 7+ minutes for sure.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of time at the moment. I mean, even then, when they're killing no one, they're still losing the fight overall, and they're using all their ultimates. And with the Chaotic Offering, the Roar and the Haunt used, only getting the 1 kill.
We've seen this throughout the tournament a couple of times where Venomancer is on the top of network chart. Like, he has a Veil, he has a full Guardian, Pipe, and going for Guardian Greaves. So that's gonna be a lot of damage mitigated by these 2 items.
Let's tell Pasha. Another grab for no one. In with the combo. Pasha able to step away from the ultimate of Zayat. He's going to be hunted, though, into the trees. He's going to try his best to hide. TP Scroll is at the ready. Using the Roar here to run himself away. The Plague Wards will remain upon him. Gale off the mark, but it shouldn't matter, as there's the final slight from iLTW. Cuts down the Beastmaster.
A tool to teach.
He himself continuing his killing spree this game. 14-11, VP holding on to this lead.
And Virtus Pro just wants to keep that aggression going, keep going for kills. No one, he's very active. Him and Zayat's playing together, not allowing Spectre. Like, look where Spectre's farming right now. She does not feel safe anywhere.
Radiant's
Crystallize just
middle tower is under
unable
attack.
to find anywhere on the map for him to go without the worry of him being hunted by this constant patrol of no one's Tiny.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's VP. Again, the way that they're keeping these lanes controlled, the mid lane shoved straight in. They're trying to join up around mid as well, no one. With the remainder of this Invis rune, see if it's going to be enough for him to get a jump onto anyone. Pasha's starting to show up on that top lane. Wards down as well from VP over this triangle area, so they've got a good amount of control. They're going to know exactly when Na'Vi's split up.
Look at it go!
And Pasha, he needs to stay hidden. They will die for this. The scan's out. They know Pasha's behind the tower.
Is under attack.
And no one just comes charging straight away towards him. Finds him with the
Spirit's gonna
avalanche.
scout
Gale in. Over he goes. He'll pop the roar. Sleep does catch him. And with the Maledict down as well as the slide, there'll be enough damage to pop this Beastmaster slowly but surely. There he goes.
It's such a sick combo having Venomancer and Veg Doctor in the team. Like Maledict plus anything from Venomancer, just reapplying that damage.
And as soon as you see them make a play up top, they're straight away on the other half of the map. VP playing very fast.
This is the aggressive VP we're kind of used to see. Just going in, kill, do something on the map, repeat it, not giving them space to actually recover. Spectre has Haunt for such a long time, but she's not using it. Like, they're not making anything happen. Same goes for Warlock. Like, this was the second ulti we've seen, but they did not get much out of it. You see that Virtus Pro is lurking around the Roche. They lack a bit of damage with the Venomancer wards. They should have enough, but first they need to take a fight. They just can't straight run into the Roche pit and take it by force. Venomancer, Owen. Whew.
That's a powerful hero.
He definitely needs to put mech in his inventory instead of using it
That is true.
in the backpack. You don't get too much value out of it.
Oh, the setup. They get to sleep onto this Beastmaster, but not wanting to commit more. Being healed up by the Shadow Word, and Na'Vi are there behind Pasha.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now, VP, as aggressive as they are, no need to start diving tier 2s. They know that they're in a confident lead.
Radiant are scanning.
They don't have to be too worried about going too aggressive for these dives. Wait until Na'Vi shows on the lanes, but Na'Vi, they're playing so scared, keeping themselves hidden in the trees down bottom, up on the high ground mid. Yeah. I mean, Na'Vi know it's a very terrifying game to come out and try and farm these waves around the towers, because VP will want to dive.
Yeah. Look at Crystallize, safe farming, just staying AFK in the trees. It's better than, you know, being dead and losing gold.
They're going to try and poke onto iLTW. They've got the silence follow-up. A good bounce with the Nature's Wrath. Hits onto him and Solo, but it isn't enough to get the kill. iLTW popping the drums, trying to charge away. The Sprout does catch him into the tree and block as well from Young G. It isn't enough, though. A Remnant out in preparation. iLTW quick to break himself away. They just can't quite find the catch there. They absolutely have to have Pasha on the front with the Roar. Without that, the sort of control from the Earth Spirit alone, it's just not long enough to bring down the cause of VP right now, with them starting to get an item ahead.
They definitely need either Pasha or Earth Spirit to start a fight. Like Earth Spirit rolling in, creating chaos, and then Pasha goes for the right target.
It's VP just feeling like they can take any fight that Na'Vi brings to them right now. Unless Na'Vi is able to get some sort of insane 5-man bond chaotic offering combo with the Horn. And even then, Crystallize still suffering quite heavily this game. The toss back won't work out though for no one, just a toss up. So Crystallize can escape. Same cannot be said though for Ilias, he gets left behind.
Tiny's in.
Here's no one diving up towards the base now. Toss back on him, Emergent tries to roll away, but iLTW was able to block it. The Maledict, that's gonna do it. VP, they're going at full power right now in this game 3. Just so aggressive, the style of play that they're just in their element.
Okay. Man,
It just
no
doesn't
one.
stop.
He's everywhere.
It's-
all 3 lanes at the same time. How's that possible? Wait, what? I just thought of something. What if Earth Spirit runs out of the rocks and he uses Tiny as a rock?
That... Yes.
Radiant's middle tower is
I mean,
under
that would be the
attack.
big brain play.
Like, shit, I'm out of stones. Here comes Tiny.
I mean, they might need that at the moment. They need everything they can get, Na'Vi. Some sort of ability to boost up their lineup as it's falling behind. There's a 10k lead now for VP.
Attack. Radiant's
Towers
middle
are
tower
falling.
has
Another
fallen.
tier 2. Almost going to be the next focus for VP or Roshan. Of course, it is up. Not necessarily the quickest of lineups to
He's
take
been
it,
up
but
all this time.
yeah, he's chilling. Na'Vi, they're going to try for a smoke. It's been so hard for them to make a play. They're looking at Resolution. They know that Resolution's going to have backup behind him. They're going to try for it, though. Immersion
That's
goes
not
for
the
the
target to
roll-in.
go for. A little bit of
Around
knowledge.
as well. The Stomp's going to hold back the Prophet. They're trying to kill Reza. Can they do it? Reza, he's going to get the poison over up onto the 2 of them. Sure, they've killed him, but he's done what he needed to do. He pressed R, and now Na'Vi's got to run. They're not going to be able to do so. Crystallize and Immersion die for the efforts there onto the
Perfect
Venomancer. Youngji also caught out. The Yules up cancelling the TP. I mean, it's the power of the Vena, right? You killed me, so what?
Yeah, they try to go for him, kill him, burst him before he can get any spells off, but with the pipe and full Guardian Greaves, I just don't think they have enough. And the perfect chat wheel line. Costly.
Very costly indeed. I mean, that was the attempt to make a play from Na'Vi. They're playing from behind. It's so hard for them to do anything right now. With the way that
Radiant's
VP's
top
built
tower
such a
is under
lead,
attack.
level 19 on iLTW, I mean 4 levels ahead of anyone on the side of Na'Vi. Bottom lane, Immersion. I mean, this should be a doable kill. Solo on his own. This will be one that Na'Vi's able to pick up. Or is it?
Solo's still alive.
It's not. It's not. Even with the 3 of them going for
Very
Solo.
tanky.
They couldn't do it. 3 heroes on the Witch Doctor. It doesn't matter. Back towards mid. No one. He's found the setup. They have the follow-up sleep. Buying time for iLTW to come crashing across the map with this Aghanims. It's starting to look very messy for Na'Vi.
It is. You don't really feel the influence of Spectre at all. Pasha. Seems like Pasha's gonna die. They can't bring the
They got
Trish up.
Solo.
They got him.
They got him. Solo down, boys. Pasha is gonna die for it.
Right now, Virtus Pro's playing so fast, they're not giving any space or time for Spectre to recover. Like, Nature's Profing, trying to get the most out of it. He sees some action happening on the bottom, instantly TP stop, but he's been punished a couple of times already. No one, if he gets a good rune, like the haste one that he got. Also, there's a double damage right here in front of the Roche pit. It could mean that Virtus Pro is gonna go for Roche.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's... I mean, again, still the lineup's not that great at killing Roche.
Yeah, it's
They
really not
they
the
kind of
greatest.
don't even need it. I mean, no one's really dying apart from Solo. Who needs an Aegis?
Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, Na'Vi, they will scan the Roche pit on the anticipation of VP going for it, but that wasn't the case. VP happy to just keep on farming, continue to grow this lead.
Radiant's bottom tower is
I think that
under
Na'Vi just seem to have very little ways of shutting down. I mean, what's sort of Na'Vi's best hopes at this point, Lacoste? What can they do?
That's a great question, Owen. I don't think I have the answer, considering the way Virtus Pro is playing right now. Spectre does not have any items. I think she does not even have Manta style. She's very far away from Manta. At this point, Spectre just feels like a creep.
It's been a rough one for Crystallize.
is under attack.
Yeah, bullied him through and through. On the lane onwards, just hasn't been able to find the space. VP just taking over the whole map really from 15 minutes onwards. And they can do whatever they want. Tier 2's gone down bottom. Na'Vi just keeping themselves held in the base.
Another smoke.
Who dares step outside of the base of Na'Vi? They will feel the wrath of VP. See up the top, Young G just keeping himself deeply hidden in those trees.
DD. is about to be used on Ember Spirit. New rune spawned. Virtus Pro. No one once again with the haste rune. Like, he got 3 kills with the last haste rune.
They're gonna finally settle for Roche now.
Pop that DD.
I mean, they know no way whatsoever that Na'Vi do anything about this. Unless they want to try for a chance, Horn, jump in, pick the Aegis, get out, you know.
Oh, that happened in the previous game. They got the Aegis.
And then they lost.
Yeah, and the cheese. They got the last hit on Roche. Don't repeat that play, even though on paper it looks good.
No trouble whatsoever for VP to grab that Aegis for iLTW. And closer and closer to the point where they can go for the high ground, and there's very little Na'Vi can do to stop them. I mean, with the focus of their ults, maybe they can blow up one of the supports and get rid of Solo. But that really seems sort of about it.
Solo is super tanky. One
Even
full
him.
Spirit Vessel and a medallion.
Hey, I mean, you're right. It's not even as if they can kill him easily. It's Na'Vi just waiting in the base, waiting for VP to come to them right now.
It's one of those games when you're playing Warlock. Okay, you had a okay laning stage, nothing spectacular, but that hero as position 5, like, you're not making any aggressive moves, especially in this kind of situation, so you're just sitting in base clicking to increase your APM because you have nothing to do. You can't leave the base, you can't ward.
Very limited options for Na'Vi's player right now.
Tiny almost instantly kills Necrobooks with a 3-throw.
Yeah, he's got that much of a punch build up, the Echo, and now that...
Oh, double damage on Tiny with the siege creep approaching. Seems like this is the time to push for Virtus Pro.
That is what you sound like.
What's Na'Vi got? Crystallize, as you mentioned, still dreaming of the Manta style at 30 minutes in.
Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant's top tower.
Definitely sort of one of the roughest Spectre performances we've seen. It's just been shut down entirely by VP's play style.
Manta style, one of the most expensive items in the game. At least in this one, very hard to get.
He's been looking for a discount, but the shopkeeper's just not giving it to him. So here we go. And into the base of Na'Vi. VP ready to push on.
Radiant's top tower.
Single catch passion. No one easy. Gonna look to the toss to the side. Jump forward.
Triple remnants.
iLTW takes down the one and the will be brought. There'll be a buyback from Ilias.
Still has that Aegis.
Yeah, and he's very tanky right now.
He's just destroying barracks with that double damage.
They just can't get near him. iLTW is sort of just standing in between Na'Vi and the barracks. The sleep catching the entirety of them. They're just going to call it. Na'Vi know there's no way back into this one. VP will claim this game 3, and with that, the series will be theirs. And I mean, this last game, Lacoste, this